me and Matt are at the flea market a little bit earlier than we normally get here. We're gonna make it a quick morning. We both got in trouble with our wives last week because we stayed out too late. So we're gonna make it a quick morning and hopefully we find something good. Flea market. We'll probably head back here in a little bit. We're gonna check out some yard sales. I'm thinking if it doesn't pan out within a handful of yard sales, we need to hit up some pawn shops. That's where our luck has been the last couple of weeks, are pawn shops, so I'm definitely not against checking those out. But we'll see. Just left the flea market, we hit up a few yard sales, and I'm about to leave Matt to head home. So I'm going to show you what Matt got.
I started off the morning actually getting a Kingdom Hearts 2, no manual, but it is black label, for $2. Walking across from that, I happen to notice this sitting on the table. It is a complete in box Genesis 3, just the core system, so no game, but everything's in there, all first party, even the instruction manuals, and the bags that everything came in. So that was kind of cool. I got this for $17. I went to a pawn shop and I got a Wii U Pro controller with the charger. Just in case you don't believe me, $21.60 with tax.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, went to a yard sale and got Yoshi's Island for $2.
$2.
Earlier at a other yard sale, picked up a DS Lite first party charger. Hinge is floppity flop broken, but Pokemon Pearl inside, and I paid $10.
Yep.
Back at the flea market for $10 for both. I got Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, PlayStation 1, and Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the GBA. Anyway,
Not a bad day. I'll show you what I got when I get back to the house. Guys, I am supposed to be meeting someone here, paying $25 for some video games. How's it going, man? Pretty good. Pretty good. Hot. Hey guys, so I am on my way to another Craigslist deal. I am paying the guy $30. I am getting 2 Game Boy Colors, an N64, 3 controllers, and 4 games. And I'm super excited about this deal. I can't wait to show you. Oh, it's crazy, but yeah, I definitely I love this older stuff, and my whole thing is my son just loves lights.
before Natalie starts doing
To play with that.
stuff first.
Well, I feel like this
Behind me is a storage unit place, and this guy lives on property and he clears out storage units, and this is where he found this stuff. So I now have a hookup, so hopefully I can find more stuff in the future. Alright, so I had a really busy day yesterday. I got a ton of stuff. Some of the stuff I am just floored that I actually got for the prices that I got it for, but let's go ahead and jump into it because it's a lot and I'm going to try to make it quick. So the first thing that I picked up for the day was at the flea market, and it was at a booth where Matt got Kingdom Hearts 2 for $2. This is what I picked up. Life Force on the NES, Kingdom Hearts Complete, and you saw me also pick up a copy of Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, and later on you saw me actually showing you that up close. I was actually trading that in. Got Bomberman 64 on the N64. I really think that was a great trade, especially since the value of Super Mario World has gone down quite a bit. So the next thing I picked up at the flea market was a copy of Pokemon Silver on the Game Boy. Unfortunately, this did not save. The guy was asking $15 for it, but I usually buy from this guy quite often. I told him it doesn't save. I offered him $6. He took it. So really good score on Pokemon Silver. The next pickup, I saw this guy. He had a whole bunch of Nintendo stuff, Super Nintendo, Sega stuff, and I saw a few of these Super Nintendo controllers laying there. I only have 2 for my console, so if I picked up any other consoles that don't have controllers or are missing one, people really prefer to buy them with 2 controllers. I went ahead and asked him how much. He said $1 for the controller, so I picked up 3. One of them's in really good condition, 2 of them are in okay condition, but they all work. $1 a piece, $3, really good buy. Okay, so this is the last thing I picked up at the flea market the first time. Me and Matt went to a few yard sales and a few pawn shops and then ended up coming back to the flea market, and I did pick up some more stuff. So before we left, I ended up picking this up as well. It's an N64 lot. The controller that came with it was this Super Pad. I've actually never used one, but in all honesty, it doesn't seem like it would be very uncomfortable. It looks actually pretty cool. I paid $25 for this entire lot, so I'm extremely happy. These are the games that were in the lot. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, a really beat up copy of GoldenEye 007, Banjo-Tooie, Mario Party 2. Those were the games that came with it, but the really cool part about the whole thing was the console. This console, of course, it is customed. I don't think it was a paint job. I think someone actually took the gold bottom off of a gold console and took the regular top off of a original console and put the gold flap on and the gold button on. You know, granted, I would prefer to have the entire gold console, but for $25, you really can't complain. It does look cool. I might actually hook this one up and start using this one. I figured I could maybe put like a Triforce decal on here and it would go really cool with my Zelda collection. So the first yard sale we went to was really a big bust. We had to go to a couple until we finally found something. Matt ended up picking up a DS Lite with a Pokemon game, but at that same yard sale I picked up this. Skylanders Spyro Adventure for the Xbox 360, which is crazy because I just bought this game for the Wii. I'll probably end up playing it on the Wii more, so I'll probably end up selling or trading off this copy. It did come with the Portal of Power for the 360, as well as it came with these action figures. I believe this guy's name is Trigger Happy, Spyro, Gill Grunt. I'm guessing on these. I don't really know too much about Skylanders. It's a Spyro, but I think it's from the Swap Force series. It has the blue bottom. I'm not too sure, but it looks really cool. And these next two I really don't know the names of at all, but it looks really cool, and I'm pretty sure it's missing an arm. I don't think That's the way it's supposed to be. This one looks really neat as well. But for that entire Skylanders, I paid $15 for everything there. So really, really happy. The next yard sale me and Matt went to, I actually hit this guy up on Craigslist. I saw that he was having a yard sale. He wasn't advertising anything. I asked if he had video games. He says, yes, I have a few. I have some Super Nintendo, some GameCube. I asked if he can hold them. He said, sure. We got there in about 10-15 minutes. Didn't have as much as I was hoping for, but I did end up picking up this. Sonic and the Black Knight for the Wii, complete. Beyblade V-Force on the GameCube, also complete. And Super Smash TV on the Super Nintendo. I did end up seeing this at that yard sale as well. It was Kirby's Air Ride on the GameCube. Unfortunately, it did not have the game in it. He said he thought it was in his Wii. When he went in there, it wasn't, and he said he wasn't planning on looking for it. I asked if I could have the case. He just gave it to me. I ended up paying $2 a piece, so $6 for the games, and then the free case. Unfortunately, that was it for my yard sale pickups. We did go to a couple more, and we also went to pawn shops. I think we went to 2, maybe 3 pawn shops. I didn't get anything at those pawn shops today. I did, however, pick up a few more things when we went back to the flea market, and this is what I picked up the second time around. I got this at a usual reseller that we always see there every week. I usually don't ask his prices because most of the time they're spot on with eBay or even more, so I decide not to buy from him most of the time. But I did end up seeing Pokemon Soul Silver on the DS at his booth, and they know what's up. Pokemon's valuable, Mario's valuable, Donkey Kong's valuable, all that stuff. So when I asked how much he wanted for this, he said $10. $10 for Pokemon Silver. Matt was right next to me and asked how much for Mario Kart on the DS, and the guy said $15. And I'm like, $10 for this? Absolutely, all day, any day. Pokemon Soul Silver on the DS for $10. Right next to that guy's booth, there's another guy that sells video games. Granted, he doesn't have as much video games, but he does carry a few every once in a while, and I have had some good pickups from him. I did end up picking up Conker's Bad Fur Day. You can check out that video right here. I'll leave a link. And today I looked around, didn't really see much that I liked, and I was about to walk away, and he goes, hey man, I have something for you. And I'm like, okay, sure. So I follow him over to his car. He pulls out this big Tupperware, like big see-through Tupperware of stuff, and I immediately see it because it was sitting right on the side and I could see it through the plastic. He opens up the lid, pulls it out. I'm looking at it and I'm like, how much? He says $20. Granted, I haven't been up to date with how much this game goes for. I knew it was more than $20, but when I looked it up and I saw it, I'm like, absolutely $20. And that game was Harvest Moon 64 for $20. And he knew what it was worth, but he decided to give me a really good price. And I did not haggle with him because if he's going to do this and keep the good games off to the side and show them directly to me for good prices, I want to keep that relationship good. So thank you very much, Harvest Moon 64, 20 bucks. That finished up our flea market, yard sales, and pawn shops for the day. I thought the day was over, but when I was headed back home, I did end up getting an email from someone on Craigslist replying to my Games Wanted ad, and they said they had some video games, and they showed me a picture. I asked them how much did they want. He wasn't really sure. He said, how about 35? I'm like, would you take 25? And he goes, sure. Well, this is what he gave me. The first 2 games I picked up in that lot, BioShock 2 on the Xbox 360, complete. Also got Left 4 Dead 2 on the Xbox 360, also complete. Triple Play on the N64, Wheel of Fortune, NFL Quarterback Club 99, All-Star Baseball 2000, 1080 Snowboarding, Kobe Bryant NBA Courtside, Cruisin' USA, Gex 64 Enter the Gecko, Blast Corps, Pokemon Snap, South Park Chef's Love Shack, South Park, Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. And just to show you I'm not showing the same one, there's the other one I got today. Namco Museum 64, GoldenEye 007, and you know this isn't the one from earlier because you can actually see this label. Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, and Star Fox 64. So I got all of that for $25 on a Craigslist deal. You saw my wife filming it. That's what I picked up, and I was very happy to get it. This last Craigslist of the day, you can argue, is the best pickup that I had for the day. I paid $40 for it, and as you heard, the backstory of the entire thing, this guy manages a storage unit. The people didn't pay their rent. He cleaned out the storage unit, found these in there, replied to my Craigslist wanted ad, and I am so glad that he did. This is what I got. First thing, I got a Game Boy Color carrying case. It's really cool. You throw your Game Boy in there, your games, all that stuff. I opened up this back pouch in the Game Boy carrying case, and nothing really exciting, but I did find a few manuals for Tetris Blast, Super Breakout, PGA European Tour, and Vegas Stakes. And of course, I did get those games as well. Here they are. World Bowling, Super Breakout, to go with the manual. Solar Strike, Ken Griffey Jr., Major League Baseball. Super Mario Land, fantastic condition. I'll be swapping this one out with mine. Mortal Kombat 2, PGA European Tour, to go with the manual. Play Action Football, Paperboy, Quirk, and it looks like he's twerking. Baseball, Vegas Stakes, also to go with the manual. Motocross Maniacs, NFL Football, Tetris. Unfortunately, this is the worst condition game out of all of them. Golf, Boomer's Adventure, Ants, Harry Potter, Donkey Kong Country. The best Game Boy game of the lot. To go with those Game Boy games, I ended up getting a few Game Boy Colors as well. Got this green Game Boy Color. It's in really good shape. It plays great. Unfortunately, it is missing the back cover. And I also got a purple Game Boy Color. Also plays great. It does have the battery cover. Most of those Game Boy games were in fantastic condition because they were all inside cases. I took them out so you could see them a little bit better. But I'm going to go ahead and throw those back in here in a little bit. So as great of a deal as that was for $40, that wasn't all that I got. You clearly saw in the video, so here it is. I ended up picking up another N64 console. This one does have the plain old jumper pack in there, unfortunately. But I got some great stuff with it. I got a regular gray controller, the atomic purple controller, and oh, my favorite, the gold controller. And it is the official Nintendo one. I have been looking for this for quite a while. With this gold controller, I think it looks actually very great right next to the N64 I got earlier. What do you think? And to wrap up that deal, to make that $40 absolutely worth it, the N64 came with these games: Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Extreme G, Mario Kart 64, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's right, all of that for $40. So I think today was a monstrous day. I am so happy with all this great N64 stuff I got today. Please leave a comment below. Tell me what you think the best pickup was today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all later. Peace!